Wellington's mayor says the sewage pouring directly into the sea at Moa Point is an environmental disaster. It follows a catastrophic failure of the wastewater plant yesterday, and Andrew Little says he still doesn't know why Wellington Water had no backup system to stop it losing power. Meanwhile, there was anger and heartbreak on Wellington's south coast beaches today, with surfers and residents saying the spill is inexcusable and outrageous. Senior reporter Juliet Speedy has the latest.
A brown, foamy liquid visible today at Wellington's Tarakina Bay after the city's Moa Point wastewater treatment suffered a catastrophic failure on Wednesday, losing power and discharging a large spill of untreated sewage into the ocean.
I've just come down to grieve and to mourn, really, to see it with my own eyes.
We're here to grieve. I mean, this is... I'm really emotional. This is our ocean. You know, I'm a surfer. We come here all the time. I caught up with some surfers earlier this morning. Like, this is just devastating.
Jana Barrett calls it an inexcusable, outrageous, systematic failure.
Somebody caused this, you know, this is a technical failure. I mean, how is there in 2026 not a technology that will prevent raw sewage escaping out of a major city?
The mayor was back out at Moa Point today. Andrew Little says the precise cause of the failure is still not known, but that's not the priority today.
The main thing is to get power restored, or enough power restored to get the pumps going so that we can use the long outfall, so that the discharge is much further out to sea.
Little doesn't know why there was no backup power to kick in.
Just haven't had any advice about backup systems or redundancies or anything.
The failure happened around 1 a.m. The mayor first heard about it at 6:30 a.m, some hours before the public and locals were informed. Many went to the beach in the morning.
The humans knew. That means the humans should have also just been notifying the nearest humans, which is actually the street where people live.
The mayor says the gap between discovery and disclosure will form part of any investigation. The plant is owned by the council, but managed by Wellington Water.
When there is a plant failure that results in raw sewage being poured into offshore in the sea and close to swimming beaches, then we need to make sure people are notified as early and quickly as possible. So that is something we need to follow up.
The warning to keep out of the water on the city's south coast is expected to last weeks. Surfers and sunbathers were still out today, either ignoring or ignorant to the warning signs. Certainly not the last half of summer anyone in the capital wanted.
Well, from one stinky city to another, Christchurch, Juliet's in Bromley, where residents have been complaining for years. What's the latest there, Juliet?
Well, Imogen, after a tense residents' meeting here in Bromley this week, the council is doing its best to reassure people here and in the surrounding areas that they are working on this and that they are starting to see slight improvements. They were in the suburb today handing out information and answering questions from residents. The residents say the constant 24-hour smell emanating from this plant is causing them all kinds of issues, stories of people going to bed with buckets and other health complications. Council staff said today that they are cautiously optimistic that they are seeing improvements in the pond's health here, but that it does remain delicate and changeable, which are two words residents here probably don't want to hear.